Hello everyone, welcome back to the Drivers Room. We're in the Sunday League today, Season 1, Round 1, Tier 1. This is our first race of the 2020 season, it's about to get underway. And we're in the F1500s with classic F1 liveries. Apologies beforehand if I get any of these liveries wrong. On pole today we have Drsl in the 1984 Ferrari. Finished third in the championship last season, behind Smith and Alex. Smith not competing this year, so Des probably fancies his chances at the championship, sticking it on pole in the first race. In second place we have Mangino, 2000 Arrows livery. Didn't compete in the Drsl last season, but a regular Drivers Room front runner. See how he gets on from second today. In third place we have Ferdek. He's in the 1990 Leighton House Racing livery, quite a rare one that. Finished 6th in Tier 2 last season, only competed 4 races, but yeah, good points haul in the 4 races he did compete in. In fourth place we have Kamaru, 1991 McLaren, finished joined third on points last season in Tier 2, picking up 3 podiums along the way. We'll see how he gets on in Tier 1 today. In fifth place we have myself, DJ Rice, 1987 Lotus, finished 5th overall in Tier 1 last season. Definitely be happy with a 5th place finish again this year. In 6th place we have Canny, he's in the 98 Minardi, finished 5th in Tier 2 last season, picking up 2 podiums along the way. In 7th place we have V8 Vendetta, reigning Tier 2 champion, joining us in Tier 1. 4 wins from 6 races last year, so definitely a guy to watch out for in Tier 1 this season. In 9th place we have Jules, no we don't, 8th place sorry we have Alex, 1968 Lotus, narrowly missed out on the championship last year at Smith. Obviously Smith not competing, so himself and Des will definitely be the guys looking to get some good points on the board early on, but he's got a lot to do starting from 8th today. In 9th place we have Jules, 1992 Fond Metal livery, not too sure about that one, I'm sure he'll correct me. Finished 7th in Tier 2 last season, improving driver, recently drafted into Tier 1 with our 2020 reshuffling. In 10th place we have Bullet, 1987 Ferrari, 6th place finish in Tier 1 last season, managed 3 5th place finishes across the season, so I think we'll be looking to push on from there and pick up a podium. In 11th place we have Merck, he's in the 1979 Williams, 2nd place in Tier 2 last season, picking up 2 wins and 2 podiums along the way. Obviously a quick driver, another quick driver drafted into Tier 1 for this year. In 12th place we have MJR Mercer, Mr. Drivers Room, 1991 Williams, he finished 3rd in Tier 2 last season, picked up 2 2nd places during that run, was his best results. In 13th place we have Rocker in the 1978 Brabham, finished 8th in Tier 2, picking up a win in round 7 along the way. In 14th place we have Wilco, starting in the 1987 Lotus, finished 12th in Tier 1 last season, best result of a 4th place finish coming in the last round of the season, which cemented his place in Tier 1. In 15th place we have Daz in I think 92 Minardi at a Lambo engine, finished 9th in Tier 1 last season, 5th place in round 7 was his best result. And in 16th place we have Muller, didn't compete in Drsl last season, but most definitely a Tier 1 front runner. Starting at the back today though, I think he had some connection issues during qualifying. But that is our grid walk today, let's get underway. So here we are then at Tokyo Expressway, south inner loop. Just looking back from Des the pole sitter as we start and build up the revs. And we're away, and that's a good start from Des, gets away cleanly, leads everyone into the first corner. I think that's everyone, no full starts there. I think Muller's still on the grid. Yeah, Des retains his lead into the first corner, Mangino 2nd, Ferdek 3rd, Kamaru 4th. It looks like Canny's going to have a run into the docks. Canny moved himself up into 4th. Kamaru down to 5th, V8 in 6th. Always difficult coming into the docks on the first corners. So Jules has gone straight up the inside of everyone. There's a bit of a coming together there at the back. Lots of cars bunching up. Someone's just gone really wide there. We'll have to look back at that in a moment. Struggling to keep up with positions, is banging the wheels back there as I think that's Rocker. Rocker down at 12, Kenny down to 11th. He was into 4th going into the docks. So a quick run through the grid and then we'll have a replay of that again. So yeah, Drsl cleanly away in first place now. Mangino still holding on to second, there up to third, Alex 4th, myself in 5th. But yeah, let's take a look back, see what happened in the docks. So we rejoin the action. You see Kimmy running a little bit wide out of turn 1. This is where Kenny gets a good run into the docks. You see it all bunching up in the mirrors there. You see Jules shoot up the inside, so Kenny runs a little bit wide. Oh, he just gets forced into the barrier. Oh, that's a shame, picks up damage, drops right back to 13th. As you see ahead, lots of carnage up ahead. But yeah, Kenny down to 10th there. Sorry, poor Kenny right there. Let's rejoin the leader. Oh yeah, massive coming together with about 6 or 7 cars in the first lap. There's a cleanly away in first as Mangino bunching everyone up in the tunnel there. V8 right behind, Ferdek in 4th, down to 5th now as Alex takes 4th place. Really struggling to keep up with this. And that is that V8 into the pit. I think V8 just got forced into the pits there. So Alex takes 2nd place. Yeah, I think V8 got a little nudge into the pits from 3rd place. So got Alex up into 2nd now, Mangino down to 3rd, himself up to 4th now. It's Mangino hitting the wall there and losing a lot of momentum through that far section, drops right back. Alex, myself up into 3rd now, Bullet into 4th, Mangino dropping down to 5th place. As you see, Muller's ghosted out on the grid. Thankfully ghosted out. That's going to catch a few people out coming around that last bend. Mangino down to 7th. Mercer's moved himself up into 6th place now. Merc in 8th. Daz in 9th. So it looks like Merc's going to have a run on Mangino into the docks as well. So he gets the inside. That's a beautiful camera shot there. So yeah, he gets the inside. See Mercer just ghosting out up ahead in the Williams. Merc moves himself up to 7th as Mangino down to 8th place now. 2nd place to 8th in less than a lap. Daz in 9th, Jules in 10th, Wilco down 11th, Kamara in 12th. I think he got caught up in the docks. V8 in 13th after that, after getting forced into the pit. Rocker in 14th, Canny in 15th, and Mercer on the grid. Muller on the grid. Rejoin our leader now, Drsl. Just got away from the pack early doors. He starts going to a 2nd lap, so everyone's going to start going purple. But you see the gap already back to myself in 2nd. Got Bullet right behind in 3rd. Alex in 4th. Mercer has he made another move up into 5th, but Mercer in 5th. Ferdek in 6th, so he's dropped down from 3rd place on the grid, but just about avoiding most of the carnage at the start. Merc in 7th. Mangino in 8th, Jules all over the back of Mung now. As we just have a look at, I think that is Mercer moving himself up into 4th place. Coming down that straight towards the docks. He's towing Ferdek along with him as well. Ferdek looks like he's got the move done on Mercer into the docks. And Merc moves himself up into 5th as well with all that going on. Positions changing constantly here in the midfield. contact in the tunnel from Mungino, I think, or someone. There's that Wilco hitting the wall there as well. These cars, the aerodynamics getting really upset following cars closely in the tunnel, and there's just so much grip. That's Mungino diving into the pit, so he's opted for an early pit stop. Maybe looking for an undercut on that midfield battle. So these guys, as entertaining as this is, must be losing a lot of time. He's got Merck up to 5th, Burdick in 4th now. Right, let's rejoin the leader and have a quick run through the grids. Des just crossing the line there, the end of lap 3. You see on the graphic on the top right, the 39.6, 38.8 for myself, so closing that gap a little bit. Looks like Bullet's broken away from this battle behind as well. So just joined Furdick going into the docks, Merck right behind. So probably one of the best overtaking opportunities, I think, to get a good exit from turn 1. Furdick just leading this group through the docks. Things just settling down a little bit now. Jules in 7th, got Daz in 8th still, Kamara in 9th, Wilco in 10th. So round off the top 10 as you've got Rocker in 11th, V8 all over the back of him at the moment. Cannon down in 13th now. Alex are one of the championship favourites for this year, down in 14th. Mungino also has got to be one of the favourites for the championship this year. And Muller's up and running, 5 minutes behind everyone else. Drsl just crossing the line now, 138, just over a quarter tank of fuel. Excuse me. Just going purple there myself, but really good job on the fuel saving so far from Drsl in the lead. Bullet in a steady 3rd place now, Furdick still holding on to 4th. Just come round turn 1, just keep an eye on this for a second. So, see Furdick just going defensive. You've just got to hug these apexes round this corner, and you leave the car on the outside, nowhere to go really. Mercer retaining position. That's V8 making a move on Rocker into the docks. He's got the inside, a little bit wheel banging there, but yeah, gets the job done, moves himself up to 10th. So Rocker's going to have to slipstream through the tunnel. So Alex down in 12th, Kamari 13th, Mungino 14th, Danny 15th, Miller 16th. As that's myself pitting from 2nd. So yeah, you see what I'm saying, the job Drs's doing on the fuel at the moment. That's everyone pitting, so yeah, Drs's still going around just under a quarter tank. And 1 minute 38, so that's very impressive. But yeah, it looks like the entire field pretty much, barring V8, unfortunately got pushed into the pits on the first lap. V8 taking 2nd place, just a little bit out of sync with everyone else now. So got myself rejoining the track in 3rd place, full tank of fuel. Alex also saved a bit of fuel, so he hasn't opted to pit on this lap. So this is really going to mix things up a little bit. Jules rejoining in 5th. So Jules maybe just took on less fuel and didn't change tyres. So interesting tactic there. Again, track position. You see Bullet just hitting the wall, coming out that corner. Furdick close behind, dragging Merck along with him. So Mercer's dropped back in this little battle. Bullet getting really untidy again there, so under a lot of pressure from Furdick. See how this goes. Bullet got the inside, goes a little bit defensive side by side. Yeah, he's done enough there, hold on to 6th place. Furdick 7th, Merck in 8th, Mercer in 9th. Kamara in 10th. Just coming up to the 10-minute mark now. As the race leader Drsl finally pitting from the lead. It's going to be a long pit stop. I think he's done more than enough to retain first place when he comes out of the pits. See myself in third there. Just on my out lap now. First flying lap as the pit exit is a few corners before the start finish line. So Drsl rejoining the track in first place. V8 pitting as well from second. Myself back up into second. Jules into third. Massive group of cars there trying to get through the hairpin. Bullet back up into fourth now. Merckx moved himself up into fifth. I think that's a move done on third X somewhere, probably through the hairpin. But down to sixth now as Mercer's just catching up to the back of this group again. It's Kamara flashing past in eighth. So quite a few cars out of sync with pit stops now. This car absolutely eats fuel as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting end to this race, and we're going playing out different strategies. Drsl in a comfortable first place now. Myself in second, going purple on the last lap now, so trying to close that gap to Drsl a little bit. Jules in reasonably comfortable third place with half a tank of fuel, so it might cost him later in the race. Bullet in fourth, Merck in fifth, Mercer in sixth. So Kamara up to seventh, Ferdex dropped down to eighth place there. Let's take a little look back. Just rejoining this with Ferdex in sixth place. Just coming through this last twisty section. He's got Merck up ahead, going a little bit out of shape there. He's coming to the last bend, onto the straight. Mercer making a move into turn one by the looks of it. Yeah, gets the job done before the corner. So I'm sure Ferdex picked up some damage somewhere as well, so keep an eye on this for 1 second. But that's Mercer up into up into sixth place, Ferdex down to seventh. See Kamara a little bit further back. Oh, that's a big moment there from Ferdex. You just see Kamara just nipping through into 7th place. Unfortunately picking up a bit of damage there as well. Damage on light though, so that will go within a few corners time. Will go in 9th now. He's going to be all over the back of needed a good exit from there. I think he's still got the slipstream though. Yeah, he'll be all over the back of Ferdex any moment. Just watch this coming through the tunnel now. As you see, the car gets really upset in the wake of the car in front. Ferdex just positions his car well enough, very close to the wall there. He's late on the brakes, will go. You see, yeah, Ferdex just does enough to hold on to his 8th place there. Will go in 9th. We've got Mangino down in 10th now. Daz in 11th. V8 Vendetta in 12th, Alex in 13th, Rocker in 14th, and Miller in 15th. I think we've lost a driver somewhere. Anyway, back with the leader now. There's 1:38.7 last lap, 1:38.1 from myself. Just closing that gap a little bit more, but half a tank for. I'll go a little bit wide going into the docks there. Half tank of fuel, 3/4 of a tank of fuel for Des. Yeah, amazing job. Fuel saving at the moment. He's got Jules in 3rd place. He's the guy that fueled a bit lighter on that first round of stops. Gained track position, so he's in 3rd place at the moment. But Bullet, so Bullet might be closing that gap to Jules. 1:38.9, no 1:38.8 from Jules. So. Doing well up in 3rd, he's got Merck in 5th, Mercer just about following him through the tunnel. These cars all over the place. Oh, they're going to go side by side through this next right-hander. This could be interesting. That's nice and clean. Mercer gets himself ahead. See if Merck can fight back in the hairpin. Mercer just closes the apex off as Kimaru dives into the pits from 7th. Good battles happening all over the track at the moment. Ferdek in 7th, got Wilco up into 8th now after Kimaru pitting. Gino in 9th with 18 seconds worth of penalty. This track absolutely brutal for penalties and corner cutting penalties and the wall collision penalties mainly. And obviously with these cars things can get a little bit untidy from time to time, and you can quite easy to go just go off on it and gain yourself 5 seconds of penalty. So Kamara rejoining the track in 12th, Alex still in 13th, struggling today Alex. Rocker in 14th, Muller in 15th. So I think it's Canny we've lost, down to 15 runners now. Yeah, it looks like I've closed that gap right up to Drsl, but I've had a poor exit out the right hander before the tunnel. Let's come up to the halfway point of this race now. Car's looking and sounding absolutely beautiful, and I think I've just nipped into the lead there, but I've got a poor exit out of the hairpin. Drsl back up into first place. Excuse me, sorry. You've got Jules pitting from 3rd, 3% fuel in the end, so we'll see what happens now with the fueling with them guys behind. But yeah, just nicking the lead for a split second then, but Drsl back up into first place, myself second, Merck up into 3rd now, so he's just done enough on the fuel to get another lap out of this. His strategy's all over the place at the moment. Say at the halfway point now, track position isn't the full story at the moment. You see Wilco up in 4th place now, but probably pitting this lap, same as Merck. He's got Daz up into 5th as well, so he's jumped a few guys at that pit stop, but his fuel's looking low. V8's half a tank, and then you've got a big gaggle of cars behind. I think we're all fully fueled up for this next stint. Alex up into 9th now, was 13th, so he's jumped a few cars as well. Jules in 10th, Mercer down to 11th, Ferdek in 12th. So Mercer was battling Ferdek at one point, and he's now ahead on track and has a quarter of a tank more fuel, so Mercer's looking in a good position at the moment. Rocker at the back there, has got fuel soon. Gino, he's fully fueled up for a next stint. Got a lot of penalty to ditch though, as you see myself pitting from 2nd place. Drsl going round again, already got enough for 2 more laps there. Merck diving into the pits. I think Wilco's going to dive into the pits, Daz will be diving into the pits. V8 will be the next man coming through, who doesn't have to pit this lap. See where Bullet feeds into all this, because he was one of the front runners of this field, this little midfield battle. So yeah, V8 stays out for another lap. Bullet up into 4th, Kamaru in 5th, Alex up to 6th now, Jules 7th, Mercer in 8th. Is that Merck? Merck and Ferdek having a bit of a battle there, so Ferdek just keeping himself ahead. 4 seconds of penalty as well for Merck to try and get rid of before the end of the race. Got a feeling the start finish line at the end of this race is going to get quite chaotic. Let's rejoin the leader, Drsl. So doing an amazing job of the fuel saving, solid times, 1 minute 38, 39s, and I think it just saves enough for another lap. Just coming around the hairpin now, yeah, good job from Drsl. Myself in 2nd, just getting the hammer down now after my latest pit stop. Kamara up into 3rd place. from V8 pitting, I believe, so quick look. Oh no, he hasn't, so he might have, I think he's made a mistake somewhere, but it's all over the back of Alex at the moment. But yeah, Kamaru up into 3rd place, Bullet in 4th. Let's take a look back. Oh, we're just skipping back a little bit. We've got V8 up in 3rd, so see where things went wrong. See how he just clips the wall, 2nd to last corner. Just rides the outside. Oh, the massive moment there, front and back damage. So that promoted Bullet up into 3rd, Kamaru into 4th, but Kamaru had a good run on Bullet into the 1st corner as well. So 2 places made up from Kim there on lap 10. Starting lap 11 now. Bullet's going to be closely behind going into the docks. Bullet looks for the inside, he gets himself ahead. He's got to be good on the brakes. Just keep it neat inside, runs a little bit wide. I think Kamaru gets a sniff up the inside. Oh, so yeah, very good driving from the pair there, but Kamaru holding on to 3rd place. Bullet down to 4th. Oh yeah, I think V8 lost another place to Alex there as well. Damage gone on that car now though, but Alex with 13 seconds of penalty himself, so yeah, quite a few penalties stacking up across the field. There's nowhere to go in the tunnel. Alex in 5th. I think both of these guys will be looking to pit again soon anyway. It's V8 diving into the pits. Jules will be going round again. A bit of a battle going on here as well, so Ferdek's made up some places. I think Mercer must have made a mistake somewhere. It was 15 seconds of penalty for Mercer as well. So yeah, he's dropped a few places. As I say, he was battling Ferdek at one point. Still is, obviously. And yeah, seems to have dropped back. So we've got Mercer in 8th, Merck in 9th, Mangino 10th, Wilco in 11th, Daz in 12th, V8 in 13th, Rocker in 14th, and Muller in 15th. Go purple on that last 36.9 last lap. So if anything, I think he's going to salvage the fastest lap point from this race. I don't think anyone's going to get close to that. Yeah, 38 flat, my fastest lap. 38.2 from Des, who's fuel saving. 38.4 from Kimi. So that's a second and a half quicker than the front, the top 3 at the moment. Miller at the back. Shame he wasn't. Shame he had them the issues at the start. Would have been well up there. Hopefully, would have been giving Drsl a run for his money, because Drsl at the moment is doing an outstanding job and just running away with this race at the moment. So I just can't fuel save and keep the sort of pace Drzl's running. Anyway, that's Drsl leaving the pit on the 20-minute mark, 2nd pit stop, so I would imagine he'll be looking to make this stint last until the end as well. Got myself there in 2nd, definitely have to pit again. Bullet in 3rd. Pull it back up to 3rd now, as that's a group of cars pit. So Kamaru's pitted from 3rd place. As Ferdek's up into 4th now. Stuff from Ferdek, he's battled his way back up into 4th. Jules in 5th, Mercer down to 6th, got Merck all over the back of him in 7th. That's Kamaru. I'll tell a lie, he didn't pit, or did he forget to fuel? Sorry Kim, but yeah, let's take a little look back again. So yeah, just rejoining at the pit stop, I think he forgot to fuel. Rejoins the race. There's 10 minutes of this race, so I can't imagine he didn't. I can't imagine he meant to do that. He's dropped down to 8th because of a pit stop, and yeah, he'll have to pit again soon. So anyway, so Drsl in 1st place, 1:38.9 last time round for myself. Yeah, just closing that gap again, but there's a very good chance Drzl's going to make this stint last until the end of the race. So if I'm going to do anything, it's going to have to be now. I'm going to have to get in front and build up a sizable gap. But unless Drsl makes a horrendous mistake somewhere, I think he's done enough. He's certainly doing enough at the moment. So you got Ferdek in 4th place. So Ferdek's still moving his way up the field. He's had a couple of moments in the middle of the race, dropped back through the grid, but he's done well. Fall back up to 4th now. Jules just following him in the tunnel. 10 seconds of penalty for Jules as well. Mercer's up to 18. I think if you get over 20 seconds, you have to start getting rid of it, or it will just keep growing. It should be interesting to keep an eye on. Merc behind, still 7 seconds of penalty himself to beat Kamara in 8th. So yeah, Kamara critical fuel already. So he's managed 1 lap, then he's going to have to come in again. And as I was just saying about the penalties, see Mungino just going through the hairpin with 46 seconds worth. Up to 6th for the moment. Yeah, just grows second by second. So Wilco in 7th place after a few guys at the back have pitted. Just coming on to lap 14 now, man. He's got a good toe down the main straight. Nice tidy exit from him, and he should, as they both bang the wall a little bit. But see Merc in the mirror there, so Mungino moves himself up into 5th place. Temporarily though. But he's done well with ditch some penalty there, I don't know he's gone about that. Ditched like 30 seconds worth of penalty. Anyway, Merc in 6th place, Wilco 7th, 18 seconds of penalty himself. Daz in 9th, Daz in 8th, Mercer in 9th. I think we just lost another runner there. Kamara 10th, 3rd, 11th, V8 in 12th, Rocker 13th, and Muller in 14th. Yeah, I think we've lost Alex. So yeah, this will definitely be a round to forget for Alex. As you see myself diving into the pits there. I'd imagine for the last time in this race with 6.5 minutes left, Des retaining 1st place. Bullet diving in the pits, Jules diving in the Mung diving in the pits. And we've got Merc going round again. This guy just a little bit offset from everyone else. I don't think he's got enough fuel to make that last to the end though. So he will be pitting again. Himself coming out. Didn't fill up all the way, just 3/4 of the tank for this last stint. Got Wilco in the matching Lotus livery. That was my fault, I didn't communicate properly on Discord and let people know what I was using. Looking good nevertheless, these 2 Lotuses. Like we said, probably one of the better looking drivers room races we've had. But Daz up to 5th now, so another guy that's a little bit offset with the pit stops. But you don't really want to be pitting with 4 or 5 minutes of the race left. Ideally, you want to be coming right to the end of your tyre life and everything else. I just noticed Jules is out on the racing hards. But yeah, hasn't got enough fuel for the end of the race. 5 minutes left to go. Bullet in 7th, Ferdek and Mercer having a battle for 8th and 9th by the looks of it. Yeah, I think Ferdek's got himself ahead of Mercer again after that last round of pit stops. This midfield battle, the top 10 position starts getting bunched up towards the end of the race. And that is Kamara moving himself up into 9th place and Mercer dropping back. It's going to give Ferdek a little bit of breathing room. See Wilco pitting for 3rd place there. I think Daz behind and Merc pitting as well. Daz has had he's ditching his penalty. So that's Bullet coming through to take 3rd place. It should be good to the end of the race. A great race from Bullet so far, the last podium position. We've got Merc rejoining the race in 4th. Yeah, good track position for Merc there now as well, so he should be, I think he didn't change his tyres, so saved a bit of time in the pit stop not changing tyres. and he's gained track position. Third and fifth place. All these guys should be good to the end of the race. Kamaru might be critical on fuel. Mungino just putting Mercer under pressure now. 56 seconds of penalty for Mung at the moment and counting. I'll keep an eye and see where he ditches all the. Unless it just tips over. No. 3, 4. Yeah, down to nothing. How's that happen? Or was it just must just carry over? Yeah. Right. Anyway. Back with our leader, Drsl. 3 minutes of this race left now. So outstanding job on the fuel saving and the pace. Just ran away from this race. Got away from the pack at the start, and he's just been able to run his own race. Himself in second, doing what I can to try and catch him. So 37.7 last time around. Just shows you the pace of Muller at the back. 1:36.9, so that's definitely going to take the fastest lap of the race. It's a point salvaged from AFK in at the start of the race. Anyway, Drsl in first, myself in second, Bullet in a reasonable, comfortable third place. You've got this battle. So Merc in fourth, and you've got Kamaru really closed that gap now. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. I think these 5 cars will be fighting to the end now. How far Wilco is. Wilco's not that far behind. Could have really done with getting on the end of that train of cars though. We'll just jump on board with Kamaru coming down into the ducts. So Merck's leading this train of cars. He thinks about going defensive take. Just gave Kamaru nowhere to go there, just took the centre of the road up. And Kamaru smashes the wall, picks up some damage, and the 5-second penalty to boot. So Merck retaining his 4th place, Kamaru in 5th. So hopefully that damage goes before he gets too deep into the tunnel, but I think Mercer's just nipping up the inside. I think that damage just affected Kamaru's speed going into the tunnel. It was enough for Mercer to nick 5th place, but also got 13 seconds of penalty to ditch before the end of this race. So Kamaru looks up the inside of the hairpin. It's a good move as Mercer runs really wide, gets a nudge from 3rd egg as well, and Mungino flies past everyone at that hairpin, takes 5th place, temporary 5th though. So 16 seconds for Merck to ditch before the end of this race. Now there's 30 seconds of this race left. So Drzl's gone through to complete another lap, as has myself. Just going on to the last lap for this group of cars now. Kamaru all over the back of Mungino. Mercer's still just about in that slipstream behind, as is 3rd egg. Wilco just as Jules taking a look into the first corner on the last lap. I think he's got the job done there. Jules up into 9th, and Stads in 11th, our first finisher. Rocker in 12th, closely followed by V8 Vendetta in 13th. I think just hits the wall again. There's Rocker's done enough to take 12th, V8 in 13th, Muller in 14th. Rejoin the leader quickly. So Drzl's done enough to win this race. Myself in second. That group of cars are catching Bullet now as well. So Kamaru's taking a look at Merck into the tunnel. He thinks about going side by side. So Merck's got 15 seconds to ditch. Kamaru's only got 3. So he just needs to stay close. He's got Drsl crossing the line. Sorry Des, first place at championship, first race of the season winner. But just keep an eye on this little midfield battle. And Kamaru's up into 4th place. Mercer in 5th. I'm getting dropped down to 6th place. Hold on, where is Merck? let's take a look back. So yeah, sorry about that. Just trying to catch the leader crossing the lines. There's our championship race winner today, and I must have missed the action. This midfield group. Just keep an eye on, see what happened to Merck. I think he ends up dropping right back to 8th place. Just coming up to the hairpin for the last time. So he bullet there just ahead of these guys. Yeah, just that one hairpin. You started to ditch his penalty anyway. So yeah, Merck dropping right back to 8th place. Murray battled his way through to 4th, but we'll see what happens on the line with all these penalties. Myself just crossing the line in 2nd, Bullet taking 3rd, just ahead of these guys. No penalties for Bullet on the line. Kamara with 2 seconds to drop, so yeah, Bullet takes the final podium position. Mangino having a spin. God knows what time he's gonna be in, but yeah, Furlek and 4th, Kamara 5th. Jules in 6th, Mercer in 7th, Mangino 8th at the moment. Merck still did penalty not going. Oh, pissed. So Merck ended up losing another place at the end there. Wilco taking 8th, Mangino in 9th, Merck in 10th.